Hey, welcome back, everybody. Bozek Zone Podcast, Season 2, Get in the Zone. And today I'm going to be talking about my run-ins with cops throughout the years. So, it's like, as a black male from the inner city, even if you're not with the shits, as they call it, the cops are still going to most likely find a way to fuck with you or harass you. I mean, I don't have no problems with police, like, as far like they have a job to do, I understand that. But at the same time, I think they need to start hiring cops that understand the hood and how not everybody that lives there, just because you dress a certain way, that doesn't mean that you're like with the shits and you doing illegal shit and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So like, that's one thing like that could be changed in the law enforcement, because they really, I don't think, probably never been around hood niggas before and around that environment, you know what I mean? So first off, one incident, it happened around summer 2008. I was with my sister on the D train. We were heading to Manhattan somewhere, I think, to see a movie. So, I'm on the train, I'm listening to my music, I'm drinking something or whatever, right? So I put my water bottle, I put the bottle on the train platform, right? So, the train door is still open, I'm thinking nothing of it. Some white nigga probably like, in his 40s or whatever, he comes up to me and says, "Get off the train." Now, I'm thinking in my mind, like, I don't know this nigga, like, what type of shit is this? He flashes a badge or something like that. So I'm like, what? And, we get off the train and he asked for my ID, which I showed him and stuff like that. He writes some shit down. He took my name down or whatever. So just for some little shit like that. So he was trying to fill a quota. You know what I mean? So like, basically, and the funny shit is, when we was coming back from the movie, we saw mad people on the train just doing mad crazy shit that's not allowed. Some nigga was playing music, blasting music. Niggas was taking up 2-3 seats, like, just doing all types of dumb shit. And there was no cops in sight. You know what I mean? Second incident, I was stopped while coming from Bedford Park. I was searched and stuff like that. This was around early 2010s, like around, I think, 2013, 14, maybe a little bit earlier, somewhere around that time. So basically, long story short, cops is like, "Oh, you gotta, you look like somebody, like we thought you was somebody else." And I was mad tight that day, so I was just trying to get home and lay down. So I was pissed, you know what I'm saying? And but I didn't like try to get in no incident with them niggas. So another incident, like, I was just stopped by I was taking out the trash one day. This was like around 2009, I believe, something like that. Taking out the trash in my building, and then like a police van was out there, and it was like an undercover van, and then they stopped me, and then they were like questioning me about like if I live here and shit like that, it's, like just random dumb shit, you know what I mean? Another time, I was stopped with my dude, one of my dudes. We was by his crib, and we was coming out, we were just walking out. Cops rushed us, and then they searched us. They thought we had something on us or some shit, and it just fucked the whole mood up of the night, you know what I mean? And because we was going, I think, to record music or something like that. This one was crazy, like, where I was with my friends and shit. We were with my dudes, and we was about 184th, the Twin Park Towers, the P's over there. So we was just in the car, whatever. We was smoking and shit, and the cops, they rushed us, and then they was like, "Oh, yo, do y'all have like any They were looking for guns, but they obviously smelled the weed, so I thought we was gonna get taken in the station and shit like that. So I was like, ah, shit. So they had us get out the car, they searched us, and they was like, yeah, like, y'all got guns on y'all. We was like, nah, we don't know nothing about that. And they let us go. So I was mad surprised. Like I thought we was gonna get taken in, but like they just let us go, luckily. So you know what I mean. So we, you know, and another one, I could go on for days with this, but these are just a few that stand out to me. Like I was stopped with my dude. He was driving. We was on Webster in the car. We was on Webster heading up to the west side, like around like it was past like the Twin Parks, like the, that projects over there. So we was turning up to the west side, and then like before we turned up, the cops they rushed us. Something like that. They stopped us. The car, the thing was blinking or whatever. You know, the horn or whatever. I think that shit is the siren. And then they stopped us, and then they said we was speeding or some dumb shit like that. And then they questioned us and stuff like that. And then they let us go or whatever. So yeah, it's just like those are just some few things of like harassment and stuff like that that stand out to me. But as I said, I could go on and on about this, like, you know what I mean? So it's very annoying at times. So they put in like a stop and frisk thing where they're not allowed to like do that shit no more. But I still don't trust that shit, you know what I mean? So I'm always like on guard for that stuff, you know what I mean? But anyway, till next time. I'm just sitting here thinking, zoning, my thoughts roaming on a tangent, but check it, still sharp and still and heels clicking heels off to see the